Hey everyone, Andy Rafael from eTeknix.com, and today you can see we've got a bit of a beast next to us. This is the Thermaltake View 71 TG. Now TG actually stands for tempered glass, and as you can see they've really taken that name to heart. I mean, View 71, you can pretty much see inside the whole chassis. Tempered glass, it's literally on every single panel apart from the rear. So what we did is decided to build a complete system into it, show you how it looks, and let's get straight into the review and see exactly what this chassis has to offer. Thermaltake are a company with a reputation in the enthusiast system builder market. They are known for good cable routing, strong water cooling support, and for having configurable interiors in their chassis. The 71 TG is one of their flagship models in the new range of View cases, and it has got to be one of the most show-offy cases ever built. With 4 tempered glass panels overall, this thing is basically a giant display case for your hardware and build, and man does it do an awesome job. Built on a philosophy of modular design, the View 71 is extremely customizable. Both sides of the tower are fitted with hinged, door-like tempered glass panels that sit proud from the case on rubber grommets. Simply remove the front 2 aluminium thumb screws and the sides will swing outwards nice and easily. Both of these panels are very easy to remove completely if desired. They simply lift up and pop right off. This swing door design is extremely cool and allows for some nice variations on the typical look of a chassis, as well as granting easy and convenient toolless access to the interior. The glass panels themselves are very sturdy and thick. Around the front of the case we find another tempered glass panel which is held in place by 4 thumb screws. Finally, the top also features its own tempered glass panel. Like the sides, these are both raised and sit above the surface of the case for a nice amount of ventilation around the edges. With this plethora of windows, the case certainly lives up to its View name. The tint on the glass strikes a nice balance between showing off the highlights of your system while hiding the unsightly things like cables and mounting brackets. In addition to the removability of the front and top tempered glass panels, the plastic panels beneath them are also fully detachable. Around the front, this allows access to the front fans and any front mounted radiator. At the top, this allows access to any top mounted radiators as well as to a quick release mounting rail. This can save time when placing radiators into your build and can also be completely lifted out of the chassis. Each panel comes equipped with a removable dust filter to serve the front and top ventilation, and there is a third removable dust filter beneath the case covering the PSU vent. Down here you'll find 4 large feet which provide the chassis with a huge amount of clearance, greatly aiding the airflow to any bottom mounted fans or radiators, as well as of course to the PSU. The fitted fans are fully RGB, and when you have a nicely lit RGB'd up system inside this case, it looks sweet as hell, and the View 71 TG really does show off your personal build fantastically well. The front I/O has an angled side all to itself as it is situated between the front and top panels of the case. It comprises of 2 USB 3.0 ports and 2 USB 2.0 ports, along with your standard HD audio jacks and a reset button. The audio jacks are covered by rubber protective covers, which should keep things nice and clean. The power button itself sits alone on one side, mounted on the front right corner. Moving to the rear of the case, we've got 8 standard expansion slots, each with a removable cover. No cheap snap-off covers here. There is also a vertical dual slot PCIe mount and a supporting bracket so you can really show off your GPU. Sadly, however, you will have to buy your own riser cable as they don't supply one with the case. Moving on, we find a massive interior at our disposal, supporting up to eATX motherboards. There is more than enough room here to install the largest graphics cards on the market, up to 420mm, along with extensive custom loop water cooling hardware. At the bottom there is a huge amount of room to install your power supply, as well as to mount pumps, rads, fans and much more. There is a hard drive cage at the front of the chassis which can hold up to 4 3.5-inch drives. Helpfully, the cage itself is fully modular and height adjustable, as well as being simply removable. It comes raised above the floor of the chassis, which frees up the whole length for bottom mounted radiators to slide right up against the front panel. As we mentioned earlier, there is a supporting bracket inside for vertical mounted GPUs, and this is removable if you're not going to use it. The View 71TG comes with two pre-installed 140mm full RGB fans, one on the bottom of the front panel and the other in the rear of the case, though we expect most models will use their own fans anyway. There is radiator support up to 420mm in the front and in the top, as well as room for a 240mm rad along the bottom and a smaller 140mm at the rear. Another 420mm radiator can be mounted facing the main tempered glass side panel, and with the right fans, this simply looks amazing. Cable routing is pretty extensive, with rubber grommets and holes pretty much everywhere. Whatever way round you want to position your components and whatever build you're going to go for, you'll be catered to. There are holes at the top for the CPU power connectors and fan connectors, and 3 large grommets for the motherboard front panel connectors. At the rear of the case, there are 3 more grommets which are designed for external liquid cooling. There is a massive amount of clearance around the right hand side. This is where you can tuck cables away and you shouldn't really run out of room. While the functionality for cable routing is definitely there, it has to be said patience pays off here. Inside your case, the more you commit to using cable ties and custom sleeving, the better system you will have to show off, and it's certainly worth investing a little more time than usual on your cabling. Staying on the right hand side of the chassis, we find a total of 3 removable 2.5-inch drive mounts. These can also accommodate 3.5-inch drives and provide more incentive to remove the internal hard drive cage, unless you really need that extra storage space. These mounts are all tool-free and can be converted from 2.5-inch to 3.5-inch mounts with ease. Overall, this chassis does exactly what it says. It provides a good view of your system. Replete with useful features like the hinged glass side panels, vertical GPU mounting, and extensive radiator support, customization options are simply excellent. Cable routing is fantastic, and even the most extensive wiring can be hidden out of sight. Anything RGB you mount in this case will look amazing, and as you can see with the right build, it looks simply stunning. The build quality of the case itself is durable and strong, and modders can be rest assured that they can build anything they want inside this beast. So there you go, hopefully you enjoyed the video and it gave you a bit of an idea about the View 71TG from Thermaltake, and hopefully if you are looking to buy one yourself, this will give you a bit of an idea as to whether you should actually go for it. Personally, if it was me and I did have the money, I would go for it. It's a great chassis. It didn't go without its hiccups when building it, but we didn't exactly use the most conventional of components. 1080 Ti with 2 8-pin power connectors. More fans than you can shake a stick at. But I think you'll agree that in the whole kind of unicorn colour system or rainbow colour scheme, it looks pretty fantastic, especially teamed up with the Team Group memory. So yeah, really happy with this. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give us a great thumbs up, comment below, and remember to subscribe to get great video content like this directly to your inbox. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye bye.